It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey everyone, welcome to ISE 2025, day one of the show. As you can see, the show floor is popping.
We are live here in Barcelona for day one of ISE 2025. Bigger crowds than last year.
Yeah,
record attendance probably.
Yep.
I'm blown away. We're going to talk about some new technology.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some new companies. But we're going to start off with a bang with our first guest. Like boom.
Boom.
Check it
Mike-
out.
Yeah, Mike Blackman,
Mike
why don't you
Blackman,
come join us?
The guy in charge of the entire show. Mike and I have known each other for 25 years. Can you believe
Almost,
that?
yeah, almost. Wow. Are we that old?
I know. So the first ISE was when?
That was in 2004 in Geneva.
Okay, so this is the 22nd ISE, right?
22nd. This is actually the 21st.
Oh,
because
wow.
we were 1 year when we didn't have
Yes.
a show.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that thing called the pandemic.
Yeah.
But congratulations on a great show.
Thank you.
Record number of exhibitors, right?
Yeah, over 1,600 exhibitors, a record number.
Wow.
That usually draws an even bigger crowd as well. So look at this, eh?
Yeah.
We're just 1 hour into the show and we're already crowded here.
Yeah, it's incredible. We always love ISE because it is the show that sort of sets the tone for the year. All the companies show the newest products, newest technology, and then for the rest of the year, all the other shows basically show the stuff that you've already shown.
Well, we're in an industry that's dynamic and always moving.
That's true.
I talked to a few American visitors last year, and I said, wow, we have shows around the world. Why do you come to ISE? They said, look, we're in an industry that's changing. If they want to keep ahead, they go to Infocom in North America, but they come to ISE because it's where everything's starting, and they want to keep ahead. They want to see customers, and it's a global business.
Yeah, and we're gonna end today's. This is a live broadcast of rAVe TV. We're gonna end it with me doing a booth tour or a hall tour of this hall 3. Mike, tell me, what are you most excited about for ISE 2025?
Everything, but you know what you got to do? We talked already about esports.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have the most amazing esports pavilion stage and setup in Hall 8. It's really phenomenal.
Right,
complete with a backstage broadcast.
We're showing it right now.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. We have our connected classroom.
Yeah.
We have a live event stage. We've got a lot of features this year where we've invested money to actually show the neutral part, show our attendees what this industry can offer.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of startups here as well in Congress Hall, so tell me a little bit about some of the excitement in all of those new companies that are using technology in new ways. A lot of them are using like generative AI for AV and a lot of really cool concepts.
Yeah, so one of the things about ISE is we always look to our future, and we can only grow when this industry grows.
Yeah.
So some years back we said, okay, how do we encourage new companies to come into business? How do we help them? How do we become the generator here? So we started some years ago the Discovery Zone, which is for everybody. And then we said, okay, we have to do something extra for the startups. So we've got 80 companies in our innovation park. And there's startups, it's curated, so when they apply to be part of it, we're looking at their profile, we're looking to see how long they existed and do they fit to the profile. What we've added to that this year as well is the investor forum, which is running right now, so we can connect investors with the startups as well, so create that ecosystem and to really give them that boost.
And that's what a show is supposed to do. You're supposed to help the industry grow.
And
what you're talking about is you're doing that in a creative way by allowing these upstarts to actually get not just exposure, but potentially investing. Mike, I have to give you some kudos. When you started the show, your vision was clear. You wanted to bring AV to the rest of the world, not just Europe. You kind of had a vision for making this the show in AV. I mean, that was kind of in the back of your mind all the time.
We have more than that as a vision. We started off ISE being a reflection of what was going on in the industry, and it didn't matter which part of the world you were in.
Right.
Then ISE changed. We pushed it to become the place where you find out about the future of AV.
Yep.
So you found out about the launches. We were lucky that it became the platform for product launches. our ultimate goal is to get the discourse and discussion from futurists, from people to actually help define what the future of AV will be. So no longer talk about what is going to happen in the future, but actually make discussions here that can actually get people going back home to their companies and saying, this is what we need to do. So that's our goal, our focus. We'll get there.
Yeah, you're there. Your keynoters have always been drivers of the industry.
Yeah.
A reflection on sort of the future of the market. I just want to say thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the
appreciate
first day
you.
of the
Thank
show.
you
I know
so
you're
much.
really busy. Congratulations. I hope you set a record, but even if you don't set a record, this is a phenomenal show. You're going to be happy.
We are going to set a record, that's for sure. We know that already today.
Amazing.
The question is, how big is that increase going to be?
Yeah, and so anyone that was doubting Barcelona, you're done. This is it. We know that it's been successful, and we weathered a lot of storms, but we are here. It's great. Go take a look at the show floor. Go enjoy your show floor.
I will do that.
Your work is done.
Thank you so much.
So Steph,
Thank
you
you.
and I,
Yes.
thank you, Mike. You and I we've already walked the show floor. I
We
would
have.
love to know some things that you've seen. I know we got a
Yeah.
couple of more guests.
We do have a couple more guests.
But tell me one thing that you've seen that you're excited about.
So I took a tour of Samsung's booth today. I love getting to take the time and have them kind of walk
Can
me
we show
through
some
and
of that now?
explain. Yeah. So first things first, Samsung has entered the e-paper market. So they have a new full color e-paper. This joins Sharp NEC, who has one, PPDS that has one, but Samsung's can be controlled at the enterprise level. So if you want to change the content on that thing real quick, you can do it.
So it's
remotely.
completely networkable, and it's not just a
So
standalone display?
It works off of Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And it has a battery pack that lives on the back of it, but it's still really thin. I have a video showing you exactly how thin it is.
Okay.
It is in a 32-inch right now, but they are workshopping a 25 and I think a 64. But you can put four of these 32s together to make a video wall. Like, they have so many cool applications for this. And what makes it different is how easy it is to swap the content than the other ones on the market. And I think the battery lasts 200 days up to a year if you don't change the content that often.
All right. So my teaser for today, because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. As you
Okay.
can see, I've been taking lots of images. But I want to show you right now Epson. Okay,
Yeah.
Epson, 10 years ago, everybody said projection's dead. And Epson's got probably the third largest booth on the show floor,
Yeah.
fourth largest booth on the show floor.
It's very much alive.
They showed a couple of cool things that are really cool. Right now, you're looking at the restaurant,
Yeah.
which has image mapping with multiple projectors, about 8 projectors image mapping this across a wall.
Yes.
But here, take a look at this. This looks like LED, but it's
Oh,
actually
cool.
convex projection
Okay.
from a 20,000 anti-lumen
Yes.
short throw laser projector.
Looks exactly like an LED
It
until you
does.
get up close.
And then they also have this thing where they're doing this immersive wall using 3 short throw projectors,
Okay.
projecting from about 15 inches from the wall.
Nice.
This is all coming from 3. What's the model number? Make sure I get the model number right, Steph. This is 3 EB815Es. You can see they're built into a cabinet. You can literally walk up to the wall. As you
Yeah.
can see, you can walk up to the wall. And this would be great for classrooms or
Yeah.
even, sort of you could use this for collaboration, but also, you could use it for R&D applications, live events applications. And of course, I'd love to have this in my house.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Of course.
But we got a lot more to talk
Yeah.
about. Who's our next guest?
Let's bring on Jack Steinhauer next from Solotech.
Come on
Welcome
in, Jack.
Come
Come
on
on
in.
in.
The water's fine.
All right,
Bring the camera
are we
up.
tall enough here? Are we getting Jack in here? Are we cutting him off? Hold on, we might have to refrain. We got to make sure. We got to make sure our videographer's paying attention here. So how you doing?
I'm doing great.
So tell me how Solotech's doing.
Solotech is doing fantastic.
Well, for those that don't know who Solotech is,
Solotech is a systems integrator that also does live productions.
and so virtual production's been a boom for you.
Yeah, big time.
And what do you use primarily? Tell me what your favorite LED is for virtual production and your favorite media processor.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd have to go with rAVe.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad you said that because right now I'm showing rAVe's immersive booth. Like they did a phenomenal job. With an LED, look at that tunnel. They have a tunnel in the LED floor. I'm showing it right now, though. So for our viewers that are watching live, they're seeing this. So rAVe is known they came from the broadcast side of the world. So row on LED. What about media players?
Probably Disguise.
And that's what they're using. They're using Disguise to run this.
I mean, Disguise kind of has
We did not
a corner
practice
on the
this.
market. Their
Not
product
first.
is amazing.
So anyway,
So rAVe, I'll tell you something about rAVe. We got the world record, the Guinness World Record for the largest LED display in a live performance last year.
Oh, cool.
In Munich with Adele. So we were on tour with Adele.
Yeah.
It was a spectacular LED display, the biggest of its kind.
I did not realize that. Did you do a case study on that? I hadn't read that.
Yes.
Yes, we did. Did you work with us on that? Is that?
Maybe Steph did.
Yes,
Steph,
I
you
remember
do that?
it well. I
Yes,
remember it well. That's amazing. So what, in your opinion, what is driving experiences in performing arts centers, concert halls, the type of things that Solotech does installations in?
Yeah, I mean, innovation, really, and staying ahead of the curve. Just like the pandemic, trying to get people back to work,
Yeah.
they're trying to get audiences into their theater and off of Netflix or off of their home system. So I think audio creates a big part of that too. So Solotech is known for our audio chops. I said audio like a New Yorker. I am a New Yorker originally. I said audio, sorry about that. But we work with companies like L Acoustic, D&B, Myers, very high-end performing arts audio systems, and that makes all the difference when you're in that theater, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and so what's the fastest growing segment of your market right now? Is it collaboration? Is it live events? Is it production? What is it?
It's immersive experience. It's that blend of that live event experience, that wow factor, and taking that to major brands, right? So that wow factor immersive experience is all about audio and video. I've been in the AV industry for a long time, and I thought it was like the capital A, capital V, but I was in the capital V, all about the video.
Yeah.
When I got to Solotech, I realized, unlike your logo where you have the lowercase a, it's a capital A.
Capital A.
Right.
In immersive experience.
Yeah.
Because that's what
That's
hits
the
you.
emotion.
It's the
That's the emotion.
Yeah.
So I have this theory that if we jump forward 10 years from now, every giant mall in America is going to be a gaming, entertainment, immersive place, less retail.
Not only that, every airport. So transportation is huge for us.
Well, I think the way that maybe we can grab an image and put this up right now. I don't know if our producer can do this, but the way that the Singapore airport did immersion, Singapore airport's become a destination where people are flying in there and connecting just so they can walk through the airport, and it is very AV centric.
100%. Hong Kong airport as well. So if you ever go to the Hong Kong airport, there's a huge waterfall LED display that
Yeah.
trickles into the pond underneath, which is also LED. We did that work there.
Oh, congratulations.
So, yeah, that traveler experience is everything. Entertaining them while you give them information.
Yeah, and I think digital signage is much more than a rectangle now.
Putting emotion into AV is becomes so important now. You want to give people a visceral, emotional experience, and it seems like that's a lot of what you do.
100%. So in London, we have an expo called OuterNet, and it's a big visual. It's a hybrid space. It's kind of indoor, outdoor. The walls close. You can be inside, outside. But the audio that we did there with L Acoustic, custom, bespoke cabinets, follows you through the exhibit. You don't even notice it, but you feel it.
That's awesome.
And how is it following? Explain to me. I mean, I get it. Disney's got this sort of magical way of doing that with their rides. Is it using AI? Is it? What are you? How are you? How are you able to make sure that as you move through it, the audio follows with the same story?
Well, it's magical, just like Disney.
Okay, all right. Well, that's part
Magic!
of that's part of Solotech's secret sauce. But
Yeah.
I think that matters because we are getting into a place where people want personalized experiences as well, and they want to feel like it was built for them,
Yeah.
rather than them just walking into a facility that is for everybody.
Well, we think the power of AI, it kind of expands on the simplicity theme we've had for many years, make it easy, one button, but now there's no button. It recognizes you and your preferences.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about AI with our next guest in just a second. Congratulations, Jack.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all
Jack,
you do.
thank you so much for joining
Thanks for
us.
coming by here. We can now adjust the
Finally
camera back
made it on
to be our height.
yeah.
All right, is there anything else you want to tell us about that you saw on the show floor, or what do you want to do?
So Samsung has a new holographic display as well,
Okay.
and this is made specifically for retail and also drive-throughs. It's actually kind of just an optical illusion, but it's made so that if you're kind of a few cars back in the drive-through, you can still see what's going on. So you can decide what you want before you get to the window, and you don't have to sit there and awkwardly be, I want a number. So you can look and see what you want and make up your mind before. So it's
That's
made
very
to be
creative.
able to be seen at an angle.
That's
so,
very
yeah.
creative. All right, so you and I were blown away last year by LG's kinetic wall.
For sure.
Were you
it's
blown
back.
away this year?
Yeah.
This-
I mean, it's
now
moving
it's
in different directions.
360
Yes,
degrees.
Yes.
It's actually flipping.
Yes,
rather than just
360
popping
by
in and
Charlie
out.
XCX. Yes.
Yeah, so check this out. This is literally these LED cubes are
Yes.
popping in and out, but
Exactly.
together they make one immersive experience, one immersive wall using their. Was it which is it mag? What's the wall technology they call
Oh,
it?
I can't remember.
Magnetic
I'll
or
look it up.
yeah, magnet. Using the
Magnet.
magnet. The LG magnet technology. All right.
Yep.
Who's our next guest?
Our next guest is Leila Hedda Jensen. She is huge in Europe. She knows so much about digital signage. That's actually her expertise. So I'm really excited to talk to her about what the market
Come on
looks
in,
like. Why don't
Leila.
you
Come
in
on
and join
in.
us?
Come on around. All right, so
Welcome,
you are
Leila.
all about signage. You are the expert on signage.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump right in and
Oh,
ask, first
yep.
introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Leila Hedda Jensen. I work for Zenova, which is an executive management company that does advise CEOs on merger and acquisitions and business transformation.
Yeah,
in digital signage and AV, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you know it as good as anyone I know. I'm curious, considering you're in the M&A side of the world, globally AI's been a big investment point. Where I don't want to talk about that from a 40,000 foot view. I want to talk about it in our market. Where is AI making an impact in AV and in signage?
Ooh, good question.
It is making us work faster, and it's making us work less hours and be more productive.
I haven't worked less hours yet, so what is it? Tell me how it's going to help me do that yet, because I'm waiting.
It's specifically it's in the content production,
Yes.
in the video and in the pictures, and also in the presentations.
Yeah.
You can elevate your presentations with AI. You can have the videos where they do different languages.
Yeah.
When you do a presentation or answers RFPs,
point.
it elevates your professional profile as well.
Yeah.
And it's, the transcripts we have in the meetings,
Yep.
they will do our summary, they'll takeaways, the action points. It can help you in so many different ways. I work faster, but it doesn't take the human aspects away, because I still need to, especially when you're a content creator, art director, you have that final touch, the finesse.
Yeah.
You need to prompt them in the right way.
Yeah.
If you don't prompt them correctly, you won't get the good output of it.
Yeah, and I see where I've really enjoyed is when I'm joining a meeting late and it kind of gives me a quick summary of what's happened so far in the meeting. I think that's a cool feature.
And we're not missing out.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
so it
I
saves
think,
us a lot of time.
and here's another thing that's going to sound sad, but also I find it quite kind of fun.
Yeah.
When you're collaborating with a group of people, you get better ideas from group think, right? I can collaborate with AI on my own, so I feel like I'm actually talking to somebody, even though
Yeah,
I'm
it's
actually
true.
talking to kind of a robot.
And you teach it to become clever.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a
The more you
learning
use it.
process. The more you use it,
Yeah.
the more intelligent it becomes, the more it knows you and
Yeah.
answers the way that you would like it to in a certain way. And it gets clever.
All right.
And the more accurate it's going to be in giving you ideas that it knows you're going to like.
Exactly. You're absolutely spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, I've trained my ChatGPT very well. I call it Kirsten and I both call it our executive assistant.
Oh, I love it. You need to name them.
Yes.
Whatever. Something with an I or an A.
Let's talk about another important thing in digital signage right now, sustainability.
Oh, yeah. That's
Have
why
you?
I'm wearing green.
Yeah, perfect. Have you gotten to walk around the show floor? Have you seen any very in particular sustainable digital signage solutions?
I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
And my question is going to be green software, green hosting.
Yeah.
How are they doing it? Are they using the right tools in the green hosting? Because you need to move your service to green hosting so that we save the energy.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of e-paper solutions here. A lot of people are shifting to a battery-powered display that doesn't need to use up a lot of energy. Samsung just introduced when I was talking to Gary about it that it's battery-powered and it can last up to a year if you don't change the content very often.
And that's the way we need
A
to
menu
go.
display, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
going to be a good
Yeah,
example.
and it's a standalone feature.
Yeah.
So that's plug and play and it's really easy to use. But I'm going to ask a little bit more because everybody can do greenwashing.
Sure.
And I want to get away from that. And that's why in Europe we have CSRD and the ESG matrix. People are bringing it in the tenders. Everybody wants it in their policies. It's now going to be a demand that people will back up their facts with their figures with facts and figures.
Yes.
So it's not just, I can say anything, I'm sustainable, we do this and this. Now they have to prove it.
Yes.
And every little matters. Start becoming plastic free.
Yes.
Start look at your suppliers, your vendors, the whole supply chain.
Yeah.
Ask them what their policies are. Do they look at their business travels? It's just the small little things that matters, and just start. It has to be, put it on the agenda, everyone, and add the KPIs, even on the executive level, so that we drive it from the top and down in the whole supply chain, even the customers. Everyone needs to look at this.
I think you're right about
Absolutely.
greenwashing. I was listening to a podcast the other day that talked about how some of the Scandinavian countries, when they passed laws saying we have to be battery by 2030, which was very bold, and some of them are actually, in the case of Norway, I believe they're at like 80% that. They didn't just give benefits for buying electric vehicles, they gave discounts for tollways, they gave discounts for when you're having to take, what do you call the boats that carry cars?
Ferries?
Ferries. And then they also gave you tax incentives, not just on the car, but also on the homes that had battery chargers.
It gives you an incentive. It's
Right.
about giving the incentive so that when we
100%.
start make a change, you won't see it now,
Right.
but the impact will come. And you have to acknowledge that whatever matters now will come, but you won't see it straight away, but you will see it in the future. It's
Well-
for the greater good. It's not just for us now. We need to stop being selfish. You think about kids, you need to think about everybody else in the next coming years.
And I think that Europe is leading the way there. Honestly, I don't think any other area of the world is championing this the way
We have
Europe.
strategies. You
Absolutely.
have sustainability teams on C levels.
Yeah.
We have ESG strategies. You can win more business. You can attract
When
Generation
will
Z.
you build specs? Sorry about that.
Oh, it's coming. I'm sure it's coming.
When will you say you can't do this job without being some percentage of?
They're putting it in the tenders.
Okay, they are.
And the ESG is about the environment, the social, and the governments, which is also cybersecurity.
Okay.
So it's making us feel safe. But it's all about putting it in the tenders, and that's where you win the business. But Generation Z, they are now becoming our workforce and our buyers. They want a responsible company.
Yeah.
That's one of their top
No,
lists.
you're right,
And
you're right.
they're buying green.
Yeah, and you're
So
gonna.
it's a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah, Gen Z, as you said, is definitely more aware of their impact on the environment. And then the generation coming after them, Alpha, is inherently just going to be that way. And then,
Yep.
of course, Beta will, because they'll be birthed from Gen Z.
Yeah.
So we're a couple of generations away from this. I'm glad that you're
Can I add
driving
one
it.
thing?
Yeah.
Because in M&A, because everybody's consolidating, everybody's buying
Yeah.
and selling, it's such an exciting time. But the investors, when we look at a company, I look at what's the sustainability profile. What are they doing now? What are they doing in the future? And 37% of investors looks at that. It's facts and figures.
I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah.
So
It's
I have a
incredible.
question for you, and I'm going to let you answer it with Steph,
okay.
because I have to go get. I have to
In
go
place.
do a live
He's-
show floor tour
he's
that's going to
gotta
follow
run.
up this last question. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going to run over there to start this tour.
Yeah.
But I want because I know you know the answer to this, because you are a digital signage goddess, and you and I both agree that we need to change that term.
We haven't done that.
We haven't done that. We do need to change that term
Yeah.
to digital experiences.
I agree.
But I feel like
engagement.
AI, agreed. I feel like AI is a game changer in signage, because one of the problems with signage installs is it is awesome the day they turn it all on, and then a month later it's the same content they've been using for the last month. AI can change that. Tell us how that can be done.
Ooh, that
be right back.
he opened up a can of worms.
He did. He did.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all about knowing your audience. We've talked about this for so many times. You need to understand who's looking at the screen, and then you target the right content at the right time for the right viewer to get the message or get them to do a certain behavior, which is what we would like to experience. AI, when you have sensors in front of the screen, AI analyzes this data faster than anyone else,
Yes.
pushes the content for the correct viewer and audience in real time fast.
Yes.
And that's where we need the AI. Plus voice control. When I'm walking at the airport, for example, and Wayfinder, I want to talk to an interactive screen. Hey, give me some feedback. I want a personal experience. And it will be, hey mate, how are you doing? Hi, I'm good. Can you get me a coffee? Oh, you get 5 different coffee, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So AI can do a lot of things, but the data collection and analyzing is great.
That's great.
and pushing the content.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we're never going to really replace that human aspect, because I think that's what people are worried about. It's going to replace me. It's going to replace my job. It's not. We still need people to be creative. We still need people to approve. Where AI can really serve is in how fast it can do this analysis.
Correct. I fully agree, and how efficient we can be. But we have to put the finesse on it, because it's a computer, it doesn't understand.
No, it doesn't.
We can teach them a certain type of things, but we can't teach them the human aspects, and that's why we will be important for always.
For always.
Yeah, I agree.
AV is always going to be, at the end of the day, about people.
And a computer doesn't have my experience.
Right.
I've tried it before, I've made the mistakes, I've learned from my mistakes, so I have the right answer at the right time.
Yes.
AI doesn't have that. It can gather all the information, it can guide me in a certain way, but I make the decision based on all the facts that I get.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Exactly. Well, Layla, last question for you. Where can people find you online if they would like to connect with you?
Ooh, I'm on LinkedIn. They can find me anywhere there. Just send me a message and I'll answer. And I would definitely just offer a coffee or a chat or a challenge, whatever challenge you have out there, bring it on.
Bring it on. Well, Layla, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. It's been so great getting to see you. Have a great show. All right, bye. All right, Gary, I think he is in place, but before we go to Gary's tour, we are going to go to a commercial from our rAVe TV at ISC 2025 sponsor, Shure.
All right, Steph, that was a great piece from Shure. Thanks to Shure for being the sponsor of rAVe TV. I'm now going to take you on a live tour. This is a live tour of Hall 3, which is the biggest hall at ISE. So this is going to be a long tour, but it's going to be worth your wait. First off, kudos to Panasonic Connect. No, they're not out of the projector business. Clearly, they're still in the projector business. They obviously have a partnership now in projection, but look at this. Using Hive media players, they have set up an aquarium, second to none. It's beautiful. Uses 7 Panasonic projectors with short throw lenses on it to create an immersive experience. I love this hall because it's a lot of the display companies. Here's Christy. Christy's always does a good job showing vignettes of applications. And of course, Christy's famous for projection, and Christy Towels, the Micro Towels product. Look at LG. LG always does something cool with LED, and they have outdone themselves this year with a LG Kinetic LED wall filled with famous pictures of famous people. But the whole thing is not just content moving on it. The wall itself is flipping. So you have like each of the. It's sort of like the original. What was the game show where they'd flip the Jeopardy, like the original Jeopardy, where they'd actually flip the tiles, right? Look at this. Incredible. This kinetic LED just show different applications of LED. Each one of those is a separate little LED cube, right? And each cube is manually, the content for the cubes comes from one giant digital canvas, pixel mapped to each cube. And you can see the cubes are, this is incredible. This is a great time to be alive in the commercial AV industry. Very exciting to see the technology move this quickly. As we're passing Christie, I want to shoot their image mapping technology over here on the wall here. Look at that. That's great. And by the way, if you look, they have the Christie micro tiles in different pixel pitches, all the way from 1.5 millimeter down to 0.75 millimeter. Look at that, the bottom. That's incredible. Okay, let's keep going. Legrand AV, the glue company in our industry, solidly showing their technology here. Look at this. Emily Dean from rAVe just walked by. Can you believe that? All right, we have Absen. Now, Absen has done something really kind of cool over here. I want to show you what Absen's done. We're going to head over here. They've got a curved LED display. Where is it here? Oh, it's over there. Okay, Absen Live. Part of the Absen Live booth over there has a virtual production set back over there. Look at the curved LED, 2.6 millimeter curved LED. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That's just phenomenal application for LED. Look at that. Unbelievable. Okay, now back, there's showing 3D application for LED, right? I mean, you see these a lot in like Times Square kind of applications. We have forced perspective LED. Wolf Vision, of course, everyone knows Wolf Vision, famous for their document cameras, but now their collaboration systems. Sure, new booth. This is a new style for them, new booth. There's their MXA and Telemix room kits. We're going to come back here and we're going to do a bunch for sure, because not only are they a sponsor of rAVe TV, they're killing it right now in audio and microphone technology. I almost killed myself right there on the edge of their booth. Philips, look at the ticker LED there. Look at the new technology. Isn't this exciting? Oh, disappeared right as we shot that. Hopefully you got a little bit of it. So much excitement here. rAVe, mostly known for their virtual production-based LED technology, also entering the commercial market, not just in virtual production, but in all sorts of applications. Come on down here. One of my favorite all-time companies, one of the first companies I ever covered as part of my publications, rAVe, was Dataton. Back then, Dataton was doing multi-imager slide projection presentations, which is just incredible to think. But yes, now they're in the media server business with the WatchPacks media servers. Probably the most popular live event media server technology on the planet right now. These are capable of generating an infinite number of pixels to put up. It's the kind of stuff you see in image magnification at concerts. Look at this, rAVe. Look, is that cool? That's an LED wall. This is a good example of immersion, showing people something more than just a flat panel LED wall. Here's an LED within an LED here to add a 3D effect to it, right? That's their collaboration LED system, all in one board on top of an LED wall. And I love this immersive content with an LED floor here. This is actual LED on LED. LED walls, LED floor, that's interactive. Phenomenal. This is, kudos to you guys for doing this. This is phenomenal.
Thank you so
it's
much.
Immersive, it's not just plain. Whose media server are you using for this?
For this, we're actually using Disguise.
Disguise, so that makes sense, right? Disguise is, in virtual production, obviously,
That's right.
you guys are solidly there. This is amazing. This might be the best thing I've seen so far today. It's early, but what?
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Congratulations. I should give them my card at least. Since I just invaded your space, let me at least give you my card. Look at this.
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, excellent. It's good to meet you, Danny. All right, look, we're going to keep going down here. Here's Peerless. Peerless, everyone knows Peerless. Peerless, they have built their sort of brand in the last half dozen years on LED mounting. They were the first company to focus on mounting LEDs. Good move considering where LED is now, right? I mean, so all right, we're gonna kind of head back towards the other side of Hall 3, and I mean, we can't cover the entire thing. I'm gonna do the best I can, right? I mean, there's a lot here to see, but I want to head down here. I want to head over to Crestron, right? We're gonna go by Crestron's booth. Now I feel like we're a salmon swimming upstream here. It's like a fish swimming upstream. That's what salmon do all the time. Got a long way. Follow me. Don't give up on me. Lots of really cool stuff to show you. I know we still got to walk down here, but I want you to hang with me because I'm going to show you some really cool stuff here. So the show, I'm gonna guess The traffic is a little bit busier than last year. I don't know if this will be a record show as far as attendance goes, but I am told this is the most number of companies that have ever exhibited at an ISE show. They set a record for number of exhibitors. Vadio and their Venture Video Bar is now shipping, which was introduced at last year's ISE show. We're going to come back and do a booth tour of LG a little bit later. By the way, if you want to see all of our ISE coverage, you can always go to ravepubs.com/ISE. So I was talking about, oh, look, I'm walking in front of all these people. They're probably not happy with me. Talking about how ISE traffic it's definitely a busy show. I would not say it's much busier than last year's show. I would say it's equivalent to the traffic of last year, but certainly more booths. All the halls are filled. There's like 8 halls. All of the halls are near about full. They've got a little bit of space to grow for next year. They have added exhibits outside. They've also added exhibits in the halls where you're walking between floors. All right, so before I show you Crestron, I want to show you, I think, Lang always does a good job, but Lang did a phenomenal job with this immersive waterfall. This is using transparent LED technology, obviously, to generate a waterfall style effect. That's not something that you see all the time. Very well done. They're kind of upstaging LG and Samsung in a way with this because it grabs your attention as you come down the escalator. All right, let's head over to Crestron. Crestron has divided their booth into commercial and residential. Let's do a quick. Let's not do a walkthrough. Let's just walk by. Let's do a walk by. They're obviously focusing on the new NVX technology, which is now has a USB-C input in addition to the HDMI, and they're promoting that for both home and for the corporate market. This is their collaboration section. We're going to shoot videos at every single section of the Crestron booth. That all can be found at ravepubs.com/ISE. Just type in Crestron in the video search window. We're going to shoot everything. Samsung with their micro LED wall, the wall as known as the wall, always impresses. Let's take a look at that show real quick as we walk by here. Right now we're starting to see bigger crowds. This is becoming a little bit more difficult to move around. I don't know where my videographer went. Hopefully she'll catch up with me and find me. Here we go. Here she comes. You all right? You all right? Emma, you all right? All right, good. Did you catch that wall? Did you get that? Okay, we got that. All right, let's go. Let's keep on going. Harman, part of the Samsung companies. All right, Sharp. Everybody wants to know what's going on with NEC Europe, now known as Sharp. Beautiful display. Oh, here's Sony. That looks very similar to last year. Of course, Sony focuses on LED at this year at the show as well, along with their Bravia displays. They also do live production here at ISE. I like the simplicity of their booth. By the way, one of the big claim to fame with them is their booth is completely recyclable. Check out Sharp's booth. New booth, new style. I like it. I like the color scheme. Grabs your attention. Focusing obviously on LED here. Look at this. Wow. I'm not sure they've done a bigger LED at a show than this. This is the biggest I've ever seen them do. We're going to come back and shoot videos on their booth. I'm just trying to give you an idea of the gargantuan size of the show. Remember, this is only Hall 3. There are 8 halls. So I'm just walking you through Hall 3 here. Optima, an DLP-based projection company. We have Bosch and all the Bosch companies. Here we've got Unilumin. Unilumin, focused exclusively on LED technology, is here. Yamaha back there. Biamp, if you get Yamaha and Biamp back there. Come on over here and see if you can catch. Let's walk over here. Come on, let's go down. Biamp, as you know, the industry's biggest supporter of AVB-based AV over IP. Yamaha, both their live events and commercial collaboration audio systems here as well. I'm going to cut through here. Here's Analog Way, best known for their live events, media server products, and scalers. Infrared, look at Infrared, that's impressive. Look at Infrared there. I like it when a display company does more than just show rectangles. Very well done. All right. Here's Christie Broadcast which is their virtual production team. If you're North American based, you know Planar and Layard are the same company, but in Europe, Layard is probably more well known than Planar, but they're both exhibiting together here at ISE. Let's take a look at let's take a quick look at what they're showing. Oh, look at AV Stumple. Look at that. That looks good. Celebrating 50 years. The design of that pops. I like that with that yellow. Thank goodness for a color other than blue. There you go. Planar showing a virtual production set with their motion tracking system. And yeah, I guess we're at the back of Hall 3. Whew. I did best I could. So hopefully our sponsor Shure will be happy with this. And Steph, I hope you're happy with this. Thanks for watching rAVe TV. We're only day one of ISE. We got 3 more days after today. We're going to do our best to upload as many videos as we can tonight. We are limited only by bandwidth. We're going to shoot somewhere around 2,000 videos over the next 4 days, today included. All of our ISE coverage is at ravepubs.com/ISE Gary K. Signing out of day one of ISE live on rAVe TV.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.